what
we're doing.
comes next.
Yeah.
The city of Hayaba. Oh, actually, no. Let me actually remember to play music at the beginning of the game today.
Okay.
I want to keep this window open. I want to go to this
Just the
window.
way it is.
Let me see. I had a good one last time.
God, this is stuck in my head.
Here we go. No, I don't want it to start at 223 seconds.
Why not?
Because I want it to start at the beginning. No! Yes.
No!
No, yes, no? Yes, no, yes.
Okay, so /play, enter, /loop.
Once it starts up. /loop track, I think.
Track. Enter.
There you go.
Updated loop mode. Good.
That is
It's quite quiet, so you might have to raise the volume.
Yeah, I was like, I could barely hear that. 1 sec.
But yes, the city of Hayaba and the island of Sarugu. Actually, you last left off at the monastery. The monastery of the elements in Sarugu is a place of peace and tranquility as the various students of the elemental arts begin to form their new tradition together. Under the
Also,
tutelage
dungeon building.
Also,
of
dungeon.
Yes, it's not. Yes, over by the Shrine of Peep. It's a little bit less peaceful as Ara Takahashi busily
Punches the ground.
delves deeper through the earth, and he won't stop screaming. So, in that little sector of the monastery, it's a little bit loud, but otherwise, it is quite peaceful. As you have all retired from where the continuing construction goes on, currently overseen by Bedalus, who is happy to tell you that, having received a mechanical bird back from Agamentai, is indeed able to get a few mechanical workers to assist in the construction. Although with how your terrakineticists are going at it, you're not sure how much that is really needed beyond the actual mechanical work. You think that the actual space that you're building is actually, or rather he does, going to be built in record time, as they are truly exceptional excavators. The biggest problem is figuring out where to put the stuff. So you all, you 5, plus your various retainers and significant others and assistants and everyone else that you have acquired over the course of these years on Sarugu, sit in the house of the monastic guardian and teacher to discuss your next move. How will you proceed?
We gotta start going south.
Well, I need to follow up with God, what's her name? The geisha who I sent to Kansai, or to Kansai, and see what kind of inroads she has made there in terms of like propagandizing.
You should follow up with her. Too bad you can't remember her name.
I know. Let me
What the?
see if she's in my notes. I've been trying to write down like important NPC names, but that one might have been one I missed.
So what do we know about Kansai, Takashima, and Ryoko Shin?
All three of those islands, and also several other ones further south, are in a potential position to be pushed over onto our side through your friend and mine, Guitardus's efforts.
Unfortunately, I don't have her name written down. That's frustrating.
Well, I guess she doesn't exist then.
Was it Kansai's daimyo who came to Sarugo back years ago?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Kansai's
And
daimyo is
currently his son is his son who's still a child is the daimyo right now.
yeah, it's a 12-year-old. Well, I guess closer to 13 now than 12.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the notes I have, is that he's 12 years old, and thus yeah, he seems wise from what we know of him, but he's still a kid.
Yeah.
That being said, we shouldn't underestimate him because
Yeah.
It'd be embarrassing to have your asses kicked by a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, the ass kick part's not so much the worry. I could beat him up. It's more so the political maneuvering, as we all know how that can go, and motions in the general shape of a Marco-sized hole.
Hmm.
What about okay. Yeah. Do we know? Is there anything in detail you can tell me about Ryoko? I haven't really heard much about them.
No, that's the one I don't have any info on.
Yeah. I'm asking Shin, I guess.
Ryoko, it's an archipelago, so it's not quite as unified politically as the other northern islands. It's technically all under one daimyo, but that daimyo really has limited amount of influence. Most of the islands are controlled by pirates, mercenary bands, Ronin, that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, Ronin or in mercenaries and pirates are they're more they're more of a known quantity because we can negotiate with pirates. You know, hire them out.
That's true. They're not exactly the most loyal people.
No, they're not.
They can be paid. And if you get enough of them on your side, you can potentially hold off the rest of them from being an irritation. Any other questions?
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah. Let's move. Go left from right here. What about Takashima there?
Takashima is an interesting case. It's more or less like Surugu and Kansai. A few important, one very large town that serves as its center, a few smaller towns and villages. What's interesting is that its little island there is controlled by a monastery of warrior monks. They're secular monks devoted only to the perfection of their mind and body in the pursuit of martial arts. Kind of.
Kind of?
No, I was going to make a personal judgment on them, but forget it. It's if you want Takashima to be on your side, you'll need to get them on your side more than the shogun. or excuse me, the daimyo.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily difficult, as they have some ritualistic combat traditions that we might be able to take advantage of. Otherwise, Gadars has set up potential cooperation in Korito, Ishido, Kusoito, Okukaku, Kitasanti, and Umito. That's a pretty good operating point.
Yeah.
Oshima is more difficult to infiltrate. Perhaps unsurprisingly, since it's the Shogun's home island, he has more personal connections there. Unfortunately, it's also the big island and has the most population of
Yeah.
Hadno.
Yeah.
Like, that island is crowded. I've been there.
I mean, we went over it by sky very briefly, but we didn't really get a chance to really look at it.
Yeah, no, you went to a castle with
Yeah.
a few very angry people in it,
Yeah.
which you then burnt down.
Yeah.
Which apparently that was spun as you defacing a historical traditional place in Oshima. So the citizenry
Nice.
there aren't super happy with you.
All right.
Just so you know.
Okay then. What would to go back on what about Kansai? What else, has there been any developments than what we already know about it, or?
There are people in the Kansai court that we have relations with. Kansai we can knock over. It's just a matter of actually going there and knocking over the daimyo. The issue with that is Kansai is also currently playing host to the remains of the army that came to take Surugu.
I see.
They are also calling reinforcements from the other islands nearby. That becomes a problem the longer it waits.
Well, then I think that's our next order of business is start rallying the troops and
Go on the Kansai?
yeah, maybe not landing our troops right on Kansai to begin with, but having them ready to do so as needed.
Yeah.
But that way we can go ahead and talk with the leader of Kansai first and see if we can get his support, and then move from there. By the way, Sales, I did look it up, and I can't find any record of her name. Like, I tried searching through the Discord channel, which I feel dumb about.
She is
I'll be right back.
Madam not appearing in this film.
Such as she just gone.
She is a
She took the
baby
money
head
and ran.
in a... No, I'll look her up. I don't have her...
Okay.
Don't have her right now.
Yeah, I have to go back through my notes.
Okay.
Because I keep my notes in a notebook instead of on a program like World Anvil, which would be smart.
Soon.
Oh, there she is. Asashi Kono.
Oh, I do have her name written down. I just didn't have a note next to her that was what her name was.
Well, now you do.
Got it.
Good.
Okay, yeah, so we'll send word to Asashi and have her come meet with us. Uh, wait, I just saw like it sent a message for I guess last week where it said, Jake, I just saw your sweet children. I'm trying to remember the context of that, but not a big deal.
Oh, yes, your small. We introduced the concept of Kasumi's
Numerous children.
Yes.
large extended family.
Yeah, you had an actual like note that you posted, like they were an item in your inventory.
Yes. Uh, yeah. So yeah, we should get a hold of her and then move there. If we can keep their army on the back foot, which granted they've had some time to recover, but if we can keep them on the relative back foot, that would be good. Um, but we should probably get moving now. Uh, so I guess I'll go let Kim Nuriel and etc. know that they're in charge.
Well, we're sitting right here.
Oh, I thought this was a different. I didn't realize they out of character. I didn't realize they were at this meeting as well. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody's at this meeting for convenience.
Ah, okay. Mino, you're
Yes.
you're you're um you're up. You're coming with.
Good.
I in matters of warfare, there are a few I trust more than you.
I will let no harm come to you.
Okay, so
Any who strike against you shall face my spear.
we're gonna take you out for like a spa day one day.
I do not see how that is applicable to my protecting you unless you need protection at a spa.
Yes, I do. Right, pal.
Oh yeah.
See,
All right.
Life threatening.
I would never have thought that a spa would be so dangerous. Is it the spa in Shirado? I'll burn it down now.
no, no. You're fine. I was trying to be silly. I just want you to have like a mini vacation at some point.
Ah, yes. I was being silly as well. That was a joke.
Uh-huh.
Haha.
Yeah.
Mino looks around awkwardly.
Kasumi also looks around awkwardly.
I like Mina.
Mina's
pulls
great.
her
She's so
helmet
fucking
slightly
cool.
further onto her lower on her face.
Yeah, Mino is super dope. Just a hyper skilled spear lady.
She used to be a peasant.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. I can basically have Gadaris push a button and start things moving on the other islands as soon as you want to start making moves. So if you want to move against Kansai now, probably consider mobilizing the forces you have available. And
Yeah.
doing so.
All right.
You're going to need ships to
Yeah.
transport your army.
I mean, we got some at least, but we probably need more.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna need something. Um don't know. We could talk with the folks at Hongo, but I don't know.
They have some ships, and they're currently in Hayaba. Hongo's army, or rather their expedition, is here, but they sent 12 ships for 1,000 men. So they have 2 ships, but the extra, but those are carrying supplies.
Right. Well, regardless, we're going to want them with us, I think. Well, there's not much we could do right here, right now. But we know next steps.
Yeah. We gotta start getting ready for it, I suppose.
Indeed.
Yes. Yeah, I guess Kansai would make most sense to head toward first, and then deal with maybe Takashima.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I guess we should just check in with our allies and stuff for now while we're getting ready.
Okay. So we thus begin. Wait a second. Okay, hold up.
Huh?
That track that I have playing currently is supposed to be 43 minutes long. Why do we have 3? Why has it restarted like 5 times already?
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
It's
Listen
43
to it on
minutes long.
speaker's feed.
It could be. I mean, I could go into the technical, but it could be hitting like an array buffer, and then just like it's reaching the end of what it can play, and then it just restarts. It's just like, or I don't know.
I mean, it's going.
Like, were these things able to play
I can easily
music
clear.
videos that long before?
Yeah. I can
Okay.
easily clear the messages. Don't worry.
Is it 43? Wow, that's a long track.
Yeah, it's the ambiance track. It's supposed to be long, but it's like,
Oh well. What can you
why?
do?
Yeah, whatever.
I will write you a bot for you, Sals. Maybe.
Sounds fun. It automatically runs the
Kind of
game
lazy. Yeah.
entirely. Don't have to do anything. I'd be
Make
totally
a-
superfluous.
I could make a sales bot.
Oh,
Yes.
before we continue, important news.
I'm getting married.
Hero Forge has Hero Forge has a new like community thing where you can post your designs onto it.
Uh-huh.
And there's a like system. And I posted a design to it, and it has over 30 likes, which is pretty
Is
good.
it-
Wow.
Is it who got put up?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Is it Blue Eyes?
Blue eyes, blue eyes.
No, it's
Pascal.
It's the piss. It's the
Blue
piss
Eyes would
ghost.
be. It's definitely
It's
not
got-
Pascal. The thing is,
Really?
Hero Forge's canine
Anthro?
heads. It's
Yeah.
you got one, and
Is it just Anubis?
It's
Or is it a
no,
wolf?
it's not. That's the problem.
Uh,
There is an
is it-
Anubis mask item that would look a lot better, but it's not
It's a
customized.
mask, yeah. Yeah.
Where is it is okay, but it's not what I want.
Hmm.
It reminds me, all the Blade fan art makes Blade's like head just the same like cute like dog head, and it's like, wait, no, no, make him badass, please. Stop it. I mean, he is adorable in the game. Yo,
Nice. I can't wait till we meet that NPC.
What
well,
the fuck?
What's his deal?
Oh my
I did
god.
not see that coming. Also, you just straight up linked like, wait, like the in-game thing because it's
Yeah.
loading up the config. Oh, okay.
Papas, babras, papas, babras.
Exactly. It's a good fun rhyme.
Every
I like it a
mistake's
lot.
a happy accident, except for you. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. Something something. Happy accident. I love this. That's a
Thank you.
good name. That's a good name. Mob Boss
Mm-hmm.
Bob Ross. Oh my god.
Bubbles.
That's so good. Good job, Sam.
Anyway,
Yeah, what do we?
Anyhow.
I
What are
had
we
just gone
doing?
on Hero. Anyway, I had just gone on Hero Forge to have one of my character references open, and
Ah,
I spotted that, and that's what made me mention it. Um, but moving right along.
Hey,
Oh,
a mob boss Bob Ross is that serpent that has its tail in its mouth, right?
a mob boss, Bob Rossoros. Um, Anywho, so let me just check what what munch it is. What month it is. Um, what Edvard Munch it is. Um, yeah, see, it restarted again. What the
yeah, I
hell?
don't know. Weird.
Sounds like an array thing. Sounds like
Maybe,
someone.
or maybe that's when it's actually ending, and the 42-minute thing is just the
Silence.
Oh my
or
god.
it's just it's repeating. So it might
It's
Oh,
have.
just a
Oh,
bad
it
loop.
might be.
but it no, but it's telling you when it loops. It's reaching an end.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
know.
I know.
Oh.
I don't know if their code's open source, but if it is, I'd be able to tell you what's going on. I'm just assuming.
I don't know. And I'll never know because I don't care enough to find out at this point.
Oh well, it sounds good. It sounds good.
It's fine.
It sounds good.
It is it is the second month of summer.
Hell yeah.
Sietai.
It's hot.
And well, it's always hot in Surugo.
It's feeling hot, hot,
But
hot.
but it's even hotter. Maybe I don't know which side of the equator on her actually.
You are just south of it.
Oh, okay, so yeah, it would be pretty hot then
hmm
if we're close to it. Yeah.
You are essentially in a permanent summer.
Yeah.
Um, but you're also coastal, so you are kept cooler by the sea. You are also in a position where you need to figure out how you want, who and what you would want to transport to Kansai, and how long you want to take to do so. It will take approximately, well, sending to Asashi will will be instant, obviously, but it'll take her a few days to get back to Hayaba. And then it's a matter of actually mobilizing the troops you want to send and getting them there. So I'm going to recommend that you figure out which troops you would like to actually take with you to Kansai, if that is the method you want to take to Kansai. Because the other option would just be to walk up there just by yourselves
Mm.
and demand to speak to the daimyo. I will let you decide that as I use the restroom real fast. I'll be right back.
I mean, there's the problem of the army. So.
I think we would be fine just to like cruise on up.
I mean, just by ourselves.
Well, yeah, we would have our forces nearby off the coast. That way we're not like
I mean,
infringing.
I think South was implying that would be all alone.
Maybe we will be.
I was talking, but I was muted.
R.I.P.
Yep. I am pro keeping the forces off the coast. Like, ready, but not immediately invading?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah. There it goes.
What should we do in the meanwhile, though?
Akio suggests
Before
that
we go to Kansai.
Akio grabs Sada's hand and slams it to a table and pulls out a knife. We're gonna play a game, and he puts the hand over your hand and starts trying to stab between the
I can do
spaces.
that better than you.
You're no fun, and he
Uh-huh.
just leaves.
You're just gonna stab me in the hand.
I wasn't going to. I'm just drunk. God.
It,
I hate you, Mom.
I hate you. No one lets me have any fun. I'm gonna go watch these moving pictures. Made of peace.
Made
Oh,
of
God.
bees.
made of bees?
Yeah, we got talking bees. They can form pictures. Therefore, that is a movie.
Mm-hmm.
B-movie.
Because they're moving.
These as pixels.
You changed my mind.
What?
Nothing I said was wrong.
True.
Wait, this is a legit thing?
Yeah, got
The
talking
bees talk?
bees. No,
Via-
Yeah.
they can make pictures.
They make pictures.
They're like
Where-
the bees in that one Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's story, Yoshi game, where they form a fist and they punch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How
a real
did-
thing.
How did they gain this ability?
They're gods.
They're kami.
Oh, these
like-
are the holy bees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are local small god bees. Mhm.
Okay. I do remember hearing about this, actually.
What's the name of that one thing? The Japanese, like, kappas. How have I not encountered any kappas? I feel like I'm not saying that word right.
No, that's right. I think.
Kappa?
Kappa.
Yeah,
Kappa.
Kappa.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't know. You have to ask Sals that, and then he can do it and make them kill us horribly. Because kappas
Yes.
can be terrifying. If you
Well, the
want them.
Yeah.
chameleon monkeys are kind of like them, in a way.
there are some very fun yokai. Oh god, how we... Wait, what's the name of that one?
It's the
1
umbrella
second.
one. The
What's
tongue.
what's it? Yeah, wait. What's the name of that? Ah, I love these fuckers. Giant skeleton.
Oh yeah.
Big
I
skill.
got fucked up by one of those in Elden Ring the other day. I was like, no. Just came
Just
out
like
of
that?
Yeah, he just came out of Ding Dang Earth and got me. And I was like, okay,
Look at these things.
they're too big. They're too darn big.
There are some, like, I can never get over. I love, like, the insanity that is, like, Asian myths, I guess, because I don't know where like, you go over to Indonesia and they got, like, literal, literal. Wow. They got the flying intestines.
Oh yeah, the vampire intestine head thing.
Yeah, yeah,
What are
yeah.
those
And then
called? They have a good name. But I don't
yeah, and then
remember.
the umbrellas are really fun. I don't know. I'm really bad at remembering names.
They
Just
show up in a
concepts.
Hellboy comic at some point. Those things.
Yokais.
Man.
Anangalan.
Okay.
But yeah.
Have we fought any Onis? Like actual like horned Onis?
Yeah,
Once
Cool.
or twice. I can't
Cool.
remember.
more than once.
Very cool.
Suru soloed one on
Very
behest of Akari Noe.
Oh boy.
Very cool.
You've
Oh yeah, I remember at the
encountered
spa, right?
And yeah,
Yeah, I remember
or
now.
outside of it actually, you've encountered an umbrella yukai,
Oh god, I don't remember.
or a kasa obake.
It's
And
you.
you've also had to deal with the sandal ones.
Oh god, yeah. I'm kind of surprised we haven't also like encountered like this nastiest yokai of them all.
The
The tall
loathsome
lady.
poo eater.
No, tall lady. Very tall ladies. Yeah, just any one of them. That's
The tall lady with the big cat.
no, not that one.
Oh,
But tall lady,
Don't
Madame Delmitresque.
Yeah, I don't actually remember what the name of that one is. The one with the big hat steals children.
this one. That's the tall lady.
I wonder when she got the big hat. Oh wow, that actually makes a lot of sense of like why that's scary actually. Poopy.
Oh, she's way too tall.
Oh no, the one with the big cat is the same one. Never mind.
Yeah, was that just a modernization of this one?
I guess so. Yeah.
Wow, I mean I like the tall hat big lady, but that's a hell of a downgrade. That one's actually scary.
Well, I mean, it
Whereas the other
depends on the depiction.
No, yeah, I mean there's a lot of
lady.
there's a lot of like stranger danger around the big lady now. I get it though. I get where they what they're coming from with this one. Whereas this one is just tall lady coming for you. She doesn't have to take the stairs. She's gonna get you.
Anyway,
Tall lady.
what do we do?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yup.
Yeah, so how do we get army to Kansai? Because I presume we probably want to have something there because their army's on Kansai. They're the Shogun's army with lots of it, and what reinforcements they might have.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I don't know. Somebody should look. I actually have no particular suggestion at the moment. I guess we could probe it out in some way.
Well, it would be probably best to leverage your spy network.
Oh yeah, I have that. All right, let me get the boys.
Well, no, you have
Oh.
spies there already.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Shin's network.
Oh. right. Yeah. Let's go contact Shin then.
Isn't Shin right here?
Currently,
No.
yes. The question really is, do you want to return to Hayaba and begin making your preparations there, or is there stuff on the rest of the island that you would like to do?
Oh, this
I
is the
don't
point of no return.
No, I'm not a video game. I don't
Wow.
have...
Yeah, okay, sure, buddy. I
Boom.
guess I don't. Not at the moment, no.
I can't think of much.
Anybody else?
No.
Is there something that Pow needs to do? Huh? Huh? Huh?
So?
Maybe get married.
No.
Mhm.
No. complicated matter.
Maybe go to a buffet with her party. Have
We
Pascal
gotta check
pay.
on the pepper
Get
crops.
some spaghetti.
Trying to actually
Maybe
legitimately think of something.
get an order of crab rangoon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we should probably just go back to Hayaba and figure things out. I don't know who else to talk to. Like we can't. I don't think there's much we can do until we figure things out. So.
Yeah, we need to get info.
Yeah.
Maybe like let's go get the leader from Hongo. I want to make sure they're involved in this too because they're putting a lot on the line by siding with us. So the least we can do is include them in our discussions. So I think for now let's enjoy this lovely meal. That oh look, Tatu's coming out with the first course right now.
How long will preparations take versus the creation of the dungeon? Like, should
Ab-
Asai just hang out until it's done?
You
Well,
expect that this dungeon will be completed, or based on Bedalus's estimates, that the dungeon will be. Well, so here's the thing. How complex do you want this dungeon to be? At the depth that you're making it, it will be done you can make a single chamber sort of thing with like a spiral staircase that can be hidden going down in about a month. But it'll just be that. And then what potential and it'll be like the depth you need, like 150 feet down. But that will be all it is, plus whatever permanent spells you can cast there. Additional rooms and things like doors, traps, mechanical murder devices. Those will take additional time. But
yeah.
it also can be a rolling thing where you can put that thing down there and then continue to upgrade the dungeon.
I think for now, until we can get that initial room built, that's what we should do. I don't think Asai should you should have to like stay here for an entire month.
You could also just carry it with you for the time being, as it won't be a problem for you, just as long as it's not well. You've been warned not to put it on your head anyway.
Yeah.
But you can certainly. You've been carrying it upon your person without issue, and you are somewhat attuned to this spell, being the one who cast it and being next to it at all times. You are not afraid of the burning wrath breaking out of her bonds and getting into your head anytime soon. So yeah, you don't have to stay here and wait. And indeed, the amount of work that you could put into this is wholly up to you. You guys could design this dungeon.
Really okay. I'm gonna put in the most messed up thing that I can think of, and make it so that there's just a slight layer of wet on the ground, so that whatever footwear they're wearing, it's gonna get more and more mushy as they get through the dungeon, and then eventually they have to take it off, and then the rest of the dungeon is covered in tacks.
Hey, Sal's.
Yes.
Is this a dungeon that you're going to include in future things you might run?
Oh, I'll never tell.
Yeah. No,
So
that'll be the 5th campaign.
Oh no! I dug myself into a hole.
Okay, so I think.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe if besides just the leader of the daimyo of Hongo, we should probably get the rest of the leaders of the rest of the faction of Sarugu as well for finally expanding, I suppose.
Oh yeah, we'll
discuss with them.
Have a war council and I don't know, maybe. I would need to find out like what is going on with Kansai because it'd be cool to just like, hey, if you'd like to join us, you're welcome to come attend. leader of Kansai. But I don't know.
And then what? Capture him?
No, just actually
Team up with
parlay
him,
with
kick,
him.
kick the Shogun's army off the island.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first things first. Most important thing. Nuva, roll a d40 to see what you transform into.
Oh yeah. Oh
On
wait.
the trip back to Hayaba,
Did you make the number bigger? Okay.
Yes.
possibly.
28. Nothing new yet. How about we retcon that until we get into the new? No kidding. I'm not gonna metagame it.
We won't see it until the end of the game. Whatever the new thing is.
You become a very tiny, yet very wide version of Logan.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Wait 1 second. Let me
Cobalt.
see if
You become a wyvern, actually.
Oh, okay.
Your wings are like pitifully undersized compared to the rest of you.
Oh, well, this is new. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Can you fly?
Let me try. Do I try? Do I have to roll for this?
Thud.
Oh my god, doesn't try.
No. Why
Wyverns
wouldn't
can't
we?
really fly anyway, so
Yeah.
they got them
yeah.
gliding wings.
Ah, they're like squirrels. Flying squirrels.
Mhm.
Gliding squirrels? Did I get that right?
Oh no, excuse me. Wyverns do have a fly speed of 30 feet. My bad.
Oh. Well, not me.
You have a falling speed of 30 feet.
There, I look like that one. You know what? 1 second. I know exactly what I look like. If I can actually find this. Yep. Wait, this is Batmire. If I could just find a picture of the wings.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So you do all return to Hayaba and begin mobilizing your troops. Doing so, getting things aboard ships, that'll take a couple weeks, or not a couple, but about a week. So you do have time to meet with those who you need to meet with, including the leader of the expedition from Hango.
Oh, well. Can't find it.
Okay, so I guess Kasumi's putting her big general belt back on. So it says
The big-
Kasumi's
the
big
big
general
boy
belt
belt.
on it.
The it's just the fucking
Actually, she looks really sick with the burns on her body, and she's got her war clothes on. It's very cool.
just the championship title belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just this one specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just looking up a name.
No problem.
Did you know there are a lot of names
Yes.
in this game?
Yeah.
What?
You
I
did
went
this.
too far.
You did this to yourself, Sals.
You are the architect of your own destruction.
It really the kingdom building game style on this
Yeah.
scale. It begins to get a little
Yeah.
like you're now dealing with whole kingdoms and stuff, but you also have all of the names of people from like individual towns and stuff. Where the hell is this? Oh, there it is. There we go. All right, so Itakshir greets you as you invite him into the castle. Who else do you need for this meeting?
Who was the doctor?
Excuse me?
Who did you say was the?
Itakshir, the leader of the Hangis expedition.
Ah, okay.
Okay, what if I do want Pascal to be here because I would like to see if we can get any sort of Vivanese mercenaries, or well, mercenaries writ large, along for the expedition, or well, campaign.
If you are to ask him that, he would rub his chin and say, "Well, you already are being advanced, essentially. One mercenary unit, you have 500 soldiers from the Company of the Hat that Rodrigo is paying for. Yeah, there are other mercenaries to hire in Vivend. There's always mercenaries to hire in Vivend, but you'd need to pay for them. I don't think Rodrigo is interested in advancing that much more, or just buying that many more mercenaries to fight for you. Mercenaries are expensive.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I guess besides that, there's also we should get the break my brain's blanking on Parnax. No. Is that part? Yeah, the calculator. Pardax, yeah, because he's like a Agamantai's representative.
That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have calculated a 20% chance of your overall success likelihood.
Can I see the math for that?
You may. And at which point, Pardax opens up a panel on their cylindrical chassis, and out starts being printed with a like a really rapid fire typewriter noise, a slip of paper. It just sort of keeps getting spat out until it hits the floor and starts creeping across it. A minute passes.
All right. I'd like to, when it finishes printing, I'd like to take that. I don't know if Asai can do math, but she's gonna try.
All right. Asai, you're waiting about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Roll an intelligence check. Or engineering if you have that. I don't think you do, though.
Oh, I doubt I do. Core intelligence.
That's pretty good. No idea. This is really, really, really. You are trying to follow along, and this is like ridiculously advanced statistics. And as far as you can tell, it's either absurdly complex math or it's complete nonsense, and you would not be able to tell one way or the other. However, Pardax has not stopped switching their switches since printing it out. For what have you summoned me?
Well, yeah. Let me also figure out the rest, everybody else as well. Here, let me. Yeah, the Archon, I imagine, and
Varadia.
Yeah, Karadia. Yeah. Maybe Cream.
Cream!
Yeah. And
Hi.
and the
Yeah,
Skitter.
this big thing. I've been invited to a nice school war council. This is new for me. I wasn't expecting this.
And I guess whoever the Skitter can send, if they can send anybody.
They you have
Or yeah, we have somebody
Lil.
here, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So yeah, him.
So Ambassador Squilb
Yeah.
is now with you as well.
All right. Get all the all of our faction representation around here. So we discussed this. All right. Anybody I'm missing? Can you guys think of anybody?
I mean,
Oh, I mean, you like it. You probably don't know.
well, you have goblins.
Yeah,
But are
that's
they
Dream.
okay?
Yeah.
I thought that. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so proud of these goblins. They've gotten so. Alkia just like wiping a tear in his eye. They started from nothing but a tinfoil on their heads. Now they're on the war console.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm not sure what I'm doing here.
What you're doing is beautiful.
Well, okay. It's a little weird, but I'm here for it.
At least it could be worse. Could be, the old having to wonder if that pit of literal acid is talking to you.
Yep, don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Because it ain't. Because you killed it. Thanks a lot.
And I guess maybe the dragons, but I also feel like that's a little weird. And also, I feel like they'll figure it out anyway.
The dragons are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god, Akio just thinks about the dragons. I kind
How
of don't
many
want to be
dragons?
here.
All 4 of them?
Actually, the blue ones show up. Even in their human forms, it seems like Bolomox and Zasimix are inches away at all times from actively snapping at Paradodux as he sort of follows behind them. But eventually they make their way over to Yuza and go, anyway, we've been meaning to speak to you. Very surprising, but very happy that there are no gold dragons on your island. Greatly appreciate that we can have some free reign. Yes, it would have been very awkward. They're territorial, terribly so, and just very intolerant. Yes. Loathsome creatures, really. They look at each other and look back at Epic, noting that you're not really responding here.
I nodded.
You nodded.
Yeah.
That is true. All right, well. Protodux move as they sort of shove him out of the way.
Can I smuggle Protodux a cake?
Yes, if you so desire. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
What are you doing right now?
I'm handing Protodux a little hand cake.
A cupcake. Yeah.
I'm building alliances.
Why does that need a sleight of hand? Are you throwing it at him very fancily?
Doing it in secret.
I don't see sleight of hand.
It's under background.
I'm gonna have to.
Do I really have a +0 to Dex? No.
Well, hey. Yeah, Bolomox and Sazimix are very absorbed in one-upping each other. To notice you palm a like a little red bean cake into Protodux's hand, who quickly takes it, snarfs it, looks at you, gives you a thumbs up. And
Wait, he just snarfs it in front of everybody.
Everybody that's looking.
Not everybody's looking. He just sort of.
He just stuffs it in.
Yep. Just instant, entirely in his mouth.
How big was this?
Probably about 3.5 to 4 inches across.
Okay, I was about to say, like, a whole cake. Alright.
Yeah, it's like he shoved an entire, like, I don't know, ding dong in his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done this. I should have
Like
just confessed. Yeah. Too much info.
But yeah, no one really seems to notice you do that. But assign
Yeah, I
make
think
a
that's. Oh, sorry.
perception check.
Okay. I'm slightly better at perception.
Yeah, so you got that high wisdom from being cleric.
Also make a sense motive check.
Ooh.
What? I'm
As
lost. Holy
you
shit.
hand, or after you hand the thing back to Paradox, and Paradox basically inhales it, and as he's sort of like doing that really slow chew when you just really have way too much stuff in your mouth all at once. There's a bit of a snarl between Bolomax and Zasimix, enough to attract the attention of some other people in the room as to why are those two people behaving like I don't know, lizards snapping at each other. This causes Produdux to also snap towards them. But instead of being instead of like his normal like meek retiring interest in his brother and sister, his eyes snap between the two of them, and is suddenly those eyes are peering at them both with actual intelligence,
Oh.
reading the situation very quickly.
I knew
And you're guessing if that Paradox is trying to determine whether or not he needs to intervene in some way. However,
He was the smart one.
Bolomox and Zasimex quickly recover themselves, and so Paradox immediately goes back to eating his cake. Can you roll perhaps a bluff check
Okay.
if you would like to? Because Paradox's eyes turn back to you afterwards.
Hey, pretty good.
It's a pretty good buff.
And you get a +3 for sense motive as well.
That is pretty good. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
And I then also sense motive him to see if he got through my bluff.
You're trying to sense motive.
Everyone's sense motive.
Yeah.
It's endless.
Sure, 1 second.
Your eyes just constantly narrowing at each other.
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you for enduring this, Sal's. Wait, that's perception. Sense motive.
Hey!
He spotted you, and you know he spotted you spotting him. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
Sleepy boy right there.
good cat. At which point, Paradox kind of like looks back and forth and shuffles away from you a little.
Okay.
Actually, anyway, besides everyone I've said already, and I think our own people, I guess I think that's everything, everyone. Unless you guys can think of anybody, but I think we're good.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I guess yeah, Sada will go take her seat and address everybody here. So I've called you all here today because you're all well, you're all part of this island. All different people who have who represent your people on the island. Not just, and that isn't just our home, and is yours as well. So I wanted to, well, talk to you guys because besides what we've done on this island and everything we've gone through, we're planning to potentially start heading to the other islands as well to hopefully win them over to our side, which might mean sort of going on the offensive a bit. And I wanted to check on what your thoughts, all of your guys' thoughts were on that, when of how that it might end up affecting you. As we start going for the Shogun.
What do you require from us?
Oh. I shrug.
This meeting could have been an email.
A what?
A sending message.
Ah.
Okay, I think. Sorry, I will say I did miss some of it just because I had to like get up and grab food, but we need to make moves against the Shogun right now, like now, and we wanted to call upon our allies in order to better facilitate that. We wanted to make sure everyone was at the table in case anyone had ideas and that they weren't just being told what to do, because that's not what we're here to set. We've tried to avoid that. We want everyone involved in the process. So I don't know, any suggestions that anyone might have,
Any concerns?
any
Whatever it
concerns.
is.
I'm sure there's plenty of concerns. But essentially we feel like we are ready, and we wanted to try to secure your help.
At this point, Astoreliath, city at the wings of the Phoenix, is indebted to you for your protection, for the protection that you have lended us, and for the justice you did deliver us against the seven sorrows of the Shogun.
Oh yeah, did we ever? I don't think we ever told you. We finally got the Burning Wrath there.
I have been made aware.
Yeah.
Yes, she is neutralized and will remain so for the foreseeable future.
Of this I am glad. Hopefully she is permanently removed from the equation.
Yes.
Good. Astoreliath will march to aid you as an ally, though my numbers have not been recovered quite yet, and nor shall they be for some time. I did successfully manage to negotiate the immigration of some citizens from the other cities, specifically Sentinel Guards.
Oh, well, that's impressive.
They have been arriving over the past days and weeks. I can field a slightly larger force in your aid now, approximately 500, in addition to the battle mages I had previously. Oops.
Oh.
I nudged something with my leg. Sorry. I am so clumsy sometimes.
Well, I thank you, Archon, for your support.
It is my pleasure. So far as pleasure can be found in matters of war.
So I'm hoping perhaps most of the other islands will go somewhat more peacefully, but it remains to be seen.
If they do not, then we should pay them in blood.
Was that Karadia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should feel the wrath of our vengeance and know the retribution that their service to the Shogun has brought them. Then they will be allowed to die. The Archon looks at her. Jesus Christ, lady.
Oh.
Chrysalmab has,
Yeah,
or
I was
rather,
about to.
the council.
I was about to ask
Chrysalmab-
actually how Krothamar was doing. Squib.
So you know it goes. There's not quite the big army that we had, but we can. Or the council can provide a substantial expeditionary force to provide you with additional Skitterkin power. Approximately, I've been told an estimated about 1,500 soldiers, maybe.
Ooh.
All right.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I was also informed by the esteemed council member Borkrit the Insatiable, who I am told that you know quite well,
Yes.
to expect in their number a legion of Skitterkin that you, quote, forced him to found, unquote.
I see.
I don't really know what that means, but I hope it helps.
Yeah, I think it should help.
I'll be honest. I don't know what help he could provide, but but I'm sure it'll be great. And I would never speak against a member of the council anyway, regardless. And I have not.
Yes.
Have
What
I?
was the name of the Hongo representative again?
The Talkshire.
Ataksir, I trust the Hongese forces that you brought are still ready and willing to continue the fight.
It's what we're here for. I didn't get a whole bunch of bears onto boats to bring them down here and not fight some shogunate soldiers.
Well, you're gonna have your chance soon. I know we were able to wrap things up before you landed, but
Exactly, we were late before. Once we're marching alongside you, we don't have to worry about that problem.
hey, Sal's, what happened to the ships that we captured?
Got
You
a,
have them captured. They're
Yeah.
in Hayata.
yeah.
Great.
I
They're
forgot how
on
many
your
there
fleet
was. Was it about 11 or
Uh,
so? Or
list. I will tell you. You have
Alright.
captured 16 shogunate
oh,
vessels.
16. Nice.
In
That's pretty good.
total, you have 20. It has the exterminator listed on here. That's actually on loan to the Fatazos, not from. You have the capacity for transporting 2,200 soldiers,
Not bad.
which is to
Uh,
say 22
nice.
units, really,
Yeah.
because if you're transporting
Yeah.
cavalry, yeah.
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 I know eventually we will. I'm sure right now we have more than that. Like, what is our between all the allies we have in our current military? What is our total numbers sitting at?
So
I think
your
it's 40.
army,
Our army is 4,150, I think.
your
Am I looking at
army
this right?
is 3,400.
Okay.
No, your kingdom
Oh, that's
manpower
just
is
our-
4,950.
that's how much we
That's
can
the
have.
maximum amount that you can recruit, yes.
Okay.
So 3,000. What?
3,400.
3,400
Okay.
of
So
your own soldiers. And that's not counting the clockwork infantry unit that's under your direct control. So that's really an additional 100 for transportation purposes, and it's not counting Akio's Ronin, so that's another 300. So it's actually 3,600.
Nice.
It's just those two units don't count against your
Yeah.
kingdom
Consumption.
manpower.
Yeah.
The other thing is that so currently you have 3,600 under your direct control. You have 2,000 clockwork soldiers that Agamantai sent you, and you have 1,000 soldiers from Hango. You also have apparently 1,500 Skitterkin running around on their way, and
Big ass army.
I believe that should be about it. Oh no, what am I saying? You also have 600 or so high elves, and 300 sun elves.
That's a lot.
It's just,
Um,
you've built a
Yeah,
substantial
we
force.
got a lot of friends. Yeah.
would w- I'm sorry. What is the elf representative again?
The Archon.
The Archon or Karate?
The Archon. He's here, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought in talking. So obviously one of the big issues, one of the big challenges we have right now, and I'm addressing everybody right now, is logistical. We need to be able to get our troops to where they can be deployed effectively. As it stands, we can transport about 2,200 soldiers, which is not insubstantial. That's not including the Hungese forces. But right now, we're a little bottlenecked until we can solve this. Archon, I know you don't necessarily have war skiffs, but would you be able to commit any sort of flying transportation to this?
The number of sky skiffs, even if I requisitioned every sky skiff in the city, I would be able to perhaps transport 100 men.
Understandable. I know it's as handy as they are, they're not really suited for
mass
large
transport.
scale.
Oh, you also have a unit of chateau guns.
Oh yeah.
I do love the chateau guns.
And that is someone that you haven't invited.
Yeah, I forgot.
Why wouldn't we invite him?
I just forgot
No,
about it.
Just didn't mention him.
I
But
get
you
him in
can-
here.
Yes. The ambassador of Montfaucon and the indomitable Professor de Chateau are also in the room. And it's actually I will spare you the introduction from Maximilian, but presume that it happened.
Yes.
it was very long.
It is actually the ambassador who approaches you first. Actually, it may be perhaps that I could assist with your fleet problem.
Well, I'm
Go on.
all ears. What can you do?
It would be a matter of inviting the Montfaucon Navy into the lands controlled by your Adonis faction and those who fall into your sway, allowing our ships use of your ports as naval bases.
Temporary, I would assume, right?
Hmm?
I would assume temporary naval bases.
It would be, well, no, this would be on a, well, temporary insofar as it would have an end date, but it would be renegotiated on a decade basis.
Mm-hmm.
The Navy of Montfaucon requires additional places to resupply, and we are on this side of the world in order to continue our how do you say a war with no fighting with the Dumadin Empire. The archipelago of Adino would be perfectly suited,
All right then.
allowing us the use of your ports would also allow us to, as payment, transport your soldiers. The fleet of Mac King is quite powerful. You would have no worries about a what did you call it, a bottleneck? Should you agree to this proposition?
I think that could
Also,
work.
the entirety of our navy is armed with black powder cannons. There is not a navy on this side of the world that can compete with it.
So, out of character, Jake the person is wary of this.
Yeah, me too.
Because there's a certain other nation that loves to establish long-term naval bases around the world
Yeah.
with dubious end dates in sight. Interesting parallels, I say.
Yes.
Yeah, well, actually, in our history, there's been a number of nations like that. One of them had the same accent.
Yeah, that's right. The French are the root of all evil.
But hey,
but it is to our benefit.
It is.
Yeah. And it would be helpful
Yes.
having the Montfaucon's navy guarding our coast as well.
Well, using your bases, your naval bases, not necessarily guarding your coast. I mean, it's a transport.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody comes up and attacks them, who's to say what happens?
Oh, attacks them, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do ask for a sidebar with Sada and
Yeah.
I guess I'm trying to think of who else would be appropriate here.
With the party, that makes sense.
I guess, yeah.
Negotiate it on a 5-year basis?
Well, no, so
yeah, we
to
huddle,
state where
football huddle.
I'm at right now, I'm not exactly comfortable with it. I
Yeah.
want to make sure that we don't trade one ruler for another. That's precisely why we
Yeah.
didn't go with, the Golden Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, again, has a representative in your port.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to him sometime.
Yes, at some point. um, I think in terms of trying to settle the matter quickly, because unfortunately we haven't had the opportunity or resources to build a fleet, this might
Yeah.
be our best recourse.
Yeah.
But I would like to try to negotiate them down to temporarily allowing them to do so, and then rediscussing more permanent, longer terms
Once this is all settled.
once wartime has been settled.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Um,
Yeah. So yeah, I guess should we turn back?
yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose. So yeah, we'll re-enter the room.
Yes.
We did leave the room for the
Yeah.
sidebar because I don't
Just
like
give us a
who has
second.
sidebar in the same room. And sorry, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Okay.
We're
We
amicable to your offer, but we wanted to discuss the exact duration and terms.
Yes, we would like to discuss terms before we make a 10-year contract. Anyone worth their salt in terms of finance and trade would want to read a contract before signing away military rights to their ports for a long period.
Yeah, reasonable objection. But to be clear, it would not be the rights to your ports. It would be, rather, you would not be sending them away. It would merely be allowing us use of them also.
Of course. We would be happy to review your terms.
With regards to negotiation, though, these terms were dictated to me by Monroy. I do not have the authority to change them, I am afraid.
Okay.
These are the deal for now.
Yes.
A decade is not so long a time as the elves. I'm sure in such time you will have found that a friendship with Montfaucons is a winning proposition for both sides. Anyway.
Don't get dependent. Don't do it.
I would like to see a contract written up, if you would, so that we might review the terms more carefully. I have been very appreciative of what you have done for us. I do not want that to be misunderstood.
Yeah.
Of course, prudency is always preferable. I think you would agree.
Of course, I will have one dictated and brought to you too sweet.
Thank you. I do appreciate your, what's the word? Your openness to discussion.
And yeah, besides that, Cream, you and your goblins aren't like a big force on this island, but I wanted to make sure.
I got 700 goblins.
I wanted to make sure you guys were okay with everything, and if you do want to help us,
I mean,
you're welcome aboard.
Yeah, I want to help you.
Okay.
But right now, we're back to making goblins the old-fashioned way. So, I'm not exactly popping out new population centers here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Goblin Town, happy to help, but got a lot of things to do in the meantime. And, if you, make a unit of goblins now, you're recruiting, over 10% of our overall population, which is kind of kind of a
Wait.
problem from a productivity standpoint.
Yeah.
We would not ask that of you. That is unreasonable.
Yeah.
That's good,
What-
because such a unit would be crap.
What?
Really bad.
How
Not useful.
Yeah, if there's any other ways
How-
you can help, though.
How effective are your people at sneaking around, going unnoticed?
We're all under 3 feet tall and we're all dark green. We're pretty good.
That is accurate, and that's what I wanted to hear. Would you be willing to, instead of committing a proper military force, instead send a couple of your most trusted operatives to help us with reconnaissance?
Ah, the elite goblin commandos. Why didn't you ask for that? Of course.
Rather,
Yeah.
yeah, rather
I'll
than
send in an
hundreds.
elite team of goblin. You get that this is the joke, right? I do not have a team of elite goblin commandos. However, I will get together my best goblins and give them to you, and you can, use them wisely. But I wouldn't recommend having them go and try to blow up a dam by themselves or something, or shut down a coastal artillery battery or something like that.
Yes, Cream. I understand. I was simply just asking for people to do reconnaissance, not go on destroy missions. That's sort of like our gig. You don't have to worry about that.
Ah, good. Yeah, but reconnaissance is only you want to use cavalry for that. Goblins scramble pretty fast, but their legs are short.
All right, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You just rest your little head. They're in your Goblin Town, and we'll take care of it.
Yeah, don't worry, though. I'll get whatever volunteers. Maybe they'll throw them into Akio's guys. They can have a good time.
I looked at Pow, and I do that universal opening wide the eyes of, are you fucking kidding me?
Out of character?
Yeah.
What is the newfangled way to make goblins?
Fucking.
Having sex, yeah.
Fucking-
The old way.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's the old-fashioned
Oh
way.
yeah, the newfangled way was
The
they had a big cloning slime pit.
Yeah, so backstory real quick. Goblins are actually one of a survivor race from a previous cycle of the Beast That Rides. They were actually technologically advanced to the point where they had cloning technology and a ship that could outlast the end of the reality.
Yeah.
And
but there's apparently a bunch of these spawning pits around Logos now after the ship crashed here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the ship's
and
AI
and they're-
gone
yeah.
amok.
And it's like they're hive minding. It's like hive minding the goblins in some way. So
Yeah.
these goblins
not
have managed
clear
to
exactly what.
but
the
these goblins have managed to
deal
get
is.
past it with their weird metal helmets and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, we
So,
dealt with one of the slime pits.
So yes, as a background thing, yeah, that was sort of implied from the fight that you guys had with the goblin slime pit, but the ship's AI is I'll just tell you out of character.
Yeah.
The ship's AI of the world ship that brought Goblin Kind here has run amok. Insofar as it is trying to make the world safe for its charges by wiping out all other intelligent life.
I see. And it's the best way to do that was to make a bunch of goblins.
Yeah, well,
Endless
that's
goblins.
the thing. That's all it knows how to clone.
Yeah.
Clown.
So it's just spitting them out or spitting out variations on them.
Yeah.
And because of the kind of constant rapid fire cloning, goblin intelligence has regressed significantly.
I think part of that was mostly just because they were stuck in the world ship for 10,000 years, right?
It's a mix.
Yeah.
So the goblins that poured out of the world ship when it first crash landed, yeah, those were goblins that were essentially had regressed to a Paleolithic level of technology and knowledge over the course of 10,000 years because they just ran out of resources on the world ship and
Oh my god.
lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were in there for
Um,
10,000 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're supposed to come out
Over.
the next
Oh.
They're supposed to come out the cycle after their world got
Poor
destroyed, but
thing.
they got fucked up. I think, right? So
Yeah, they're from 2 cycles ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
they skipped one. Oh,
Yep.
weird. Cool.
Which I mean, there's also I think an implication that maybe one of their gods was a god on Locust as well, because the hobgoblins look like goblins as well. So,
Possibly.
well, what the hobgoblins look like them. The hobgoblins don't exist anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, got wiped out by dragons.
I won't comment on that. But yes, the original goblins that poured out, though that was like thousands of years on Logus ago at this point.
Yeah.
So those goblins are all dead. Goblins since have mostly been cloned out of the world ship itself, and also cloned out of these spawning pits that the world ship has been seeding across the planet since then.
Which should probably try to track down and shut more of those down, because
Now that we
my-
know about it, it'd be good to put that knowledge out in the world, you know?
Well, the thing is, each of those acts as a broadcast point for the AI's control signal, which is the primary thing that causes goblins to try to kill it.
Go wacko mode.
Because otherwise, they're totally normal.
Yeah.
They're these totally normal, short, green, big head people.
Yeah, and Cream just lucked out and got that metal plate and said, "We should block the signal." And he's like, "Oh, hey, I can just do it like this."
Yeah, Cream had some impromptu brain surgery where they basically used some molten lead to seal a hole in his head, and now he's Cream.
Yeah. But yes, back to the in-universe discussion. I guess, yeah. Pardax. I guess you can tell Agamemnon what's going on. I don't really have much
Hello
I
there.
don't have much to request of him, but I'm sure he'll act of his own volition as well. I figured you should be here so he knows what's going on. And also, yes, hello, Jack.
We are having a bit of a war council as the group decides how to proceed.
Yes, we called on all of our allies around Surugu there. Those who live on it and those from Hongo as well. Those who live on it, above it, and under it.
But at this point, I think you're beginning to run out beyond of topics. Unless there's anything else I'm missing. Beyond who you want to be sending exactly on the sea across with you to Kansai.
Who indeed?
What do we know about them again?
We know that
Any standout facts?
we know the
They're led by a
remnants of the
12-year-old.
yeah, because his dad got killed by when they attacked Agamemnon's settlement. Remember, way back at the start of the campaign.
Yeah.
And the remnants
they also
of the
are playing host to the shogunate army that tried to invade
the army that
Surugu.
retreated. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to step away because Amy was doing some gardening. I went to go look at the results.
We were
It's
discussing.
8:20 at night. How are you going to see it?
Well, it was light until like 20 minutes ago, and then Amy's just a crazy person.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, we were discussing what to discuss next, and now we discussed discuss the basics of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I guess, yeah. Who are we sending? I suppose I think is what Sal's brought up.
Okay, like who of the party are we sending?
By the way, just so
Or-
you know, Jack is currently speaking via Discord.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
So if you can keep that open on another screen, it may be helpful.
Yes.
Well, where is it, like, out of character, the thing that we have to do with and for Logan, where is that relative to, like, where we're going to be?
I mean,
Because if
yeah, I
we
don't
could
think
do stuff
we
like,
really know. It's just a thing affecting him, right?
yeah,
At present, yes.
Yeah.
because if we could two birds, one stone it a little bit, that'd be ideal. But I don't know if what
I
the
think Asai would probably be the most knowledgeable and trying to figure that out, I imagine, but yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think I slapped him with one get rid of corruption, which is what dispelled Garland.
Yeah.
Yes, you did boot out Garland, and in so doing, you reduced his corruption rating from 1 to 0 again.
Okay.
Yay!
Which is good, because now he's
Not
2
possessed by
steps
Garland.
away, or 3 steps away from being, well, having the bad end versus 2 steps away.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as it is a shiny new day and I have spell slots back, I'd like to slap him with just a precautionary stave off corruption.
Wait.
Is that a different spell, or?
Yes, he just gets a +2 circumstance bonus on saving throws against the advancement of the corruption
Okay.
for 16 days. Wait, 8 days.
Nice.
That's perfectly fine. He said knowingly.
Yeah, we just need to find a way to more permanently end the corruption stuff,
Yeah.
which that would probably require some more severe magic than we personally have available.
Perhaps. Well, there's some magical people in the room.
Oh yeah. I guess we could
Let
ask
me
her.
look up my corruption spells again. And you can query the rest of the people in the room.
Well, let's finish our council first, and I'll. Anybody who has any familiarity with divine magic, if you could stay behind, that would be appreciated. After this is done, we have an additional matter to discuss.
Fine magic? Okay, everybody leaves. Except
Anyone
for
magically
Asai.
skilled, yeah. And I guess I whisper to Kasumi there. I guess should we tell them about the dragons? Introduce them properly, because I imagine most of them probably know about the dragons.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
They might not take it well, but it's better than us not telling them about it
Yeah. All right.
and then finding out.
Did our new powerful friend want that to be a known factor?
Who?
The very big
Mado?
one.
Oh,
No, the
Blue
very,
Eyes?
very big one.
Oh yeah. I mean, they already exposed themselves. Remember?
Right,
By
but
just flying.
people
Yeah.
maybe haven't put together that they're like people that we know.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it might also be better to tell people so they don't think they're just 3 random blue dragons that we don't have any say over. Yeah.
If only to keep the peace. I'm sure Blue Eyes will understand because they have already exposed themselves.
Yeah. So, I presume most of you saw the dragons a few nights ago.
I had been told of some draconic newcomers to the island. They were blues. Those are dangerous. How did they get here? Have
was
you
that?
handled them?
Sato, do you want to continue the
Yes.
line?
They are actually allies of ours. They aided us with stopping the burning wrath.
There were some questioning looks at this. I am not a particular expert in draconic lore, but allying yourselves with blue dragons is perhaps a short-sighted endeavor. While, yes, they may bring you some additional power, it is no doubt at the price of their own influence. They are very long-lived and very patient. And their ambition knows no bounds.
Well, you're certainly right on the ambition bit.
Yes. That's part of why they're helping us.
From what I understand,
I don't know, I think he's leaning a little heavily on stereotypes.
Oh yeah, there's some in the room.
Yes. Allow me to introduce you to them.
Oops.
Zasimix, Bolomox, and Protodux are rather taken aback by being exposed as such.
Oh, okay.
And look towards you before looking at the rest of the people in the room. And, of the people in the room, beyond the people who already knew, the looks that they're getting are hostile. Well, no, not entirely. Cream and Squill look terrified. The Vicomte de Bonniard is is staring at them with a mix of horror and
Intrigue?
no, more like how to remove these while still surviving. And Karadia and the Archon are actually actively you see some wibbly wobbly movement around them as after a few mild finger movements, some additional wards have popped up around them, and they are looking towards the dragons with unmistakable hostility. Karadia just is glowering at them, but so is the Archon, someone who generally just doesn't emote at all. Elves and dragons have a long history, though.
Yeah.
Yes. And while we recognize the hostility and we understand that it's not one that's going to simply go away because we tell you to, just from what I understand, this was a matter that was partially out of our control, and we're managing it as best we can. And I'd ask that you are patient with us.
Observation.
Yes.
This group has already allowed for a cooling of hostilities between Skidikin and dwarves, or specific Skidikin and specific dwarves. Pardax whirs towards Logan and stares at him for a moment before intoning, agreed, and then whirs back towards the rest of you. It may be possible that we all might be able to put aside individual issues in order to move towards a greater good, in that we all share. Though I do not understand why these dragons would be interested in the overthrow of the Shogun.
They're not. They just want us to send a good review back to their grandpa.
Stop, no.
I was gonna
Pow
say that.
would- Pow moves faster than I can. She would put a stop to whatever is coming out of a side's mouth.
Yeah. I was gonna
Okay.
say they can tell you themselves.
We don't know. Stop
Okay.
it. All of you.
Bolomox starts, and Zasimix actually start, like, speaking over each other in an attempt to, like, explain. Before Paradox actually comes up behind them, puts hands over their mouths, and goes, actually ride them?
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
We're the Dragon Riders? Not the dragons? Like... Right?
Right.
Nodding,
Yes.
nodding. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Accurate.
Indeed, we are the Dragon Riders, us three siblings. Bolo, Zas, and Earl.
Oh god.
Earl?
Oh no.
They've,
Someone write that down.
Bolo's ass and Earl.
Yes, they were incredibly skillful dragon riders who managed to subdue the dragons and convince them to, allow them to be mounted as a specialty unit.
Yes. We are. We like to. It is normally it is a tradition of our order to refer to ourselves and our mounts as one and the same. Yes, it is confusing, I know, but really just a quirk of culture. And
Is anyone buying this?
I love this miserable yes-anding that's going on right
Yeah,
now.
Pow's looking from them to the people in the room. You know, not obviously.
Satis
here's the
just
thing.
nodding along.
Yeah, Pow's nodding, and her eyes are so shifty.
So here's the thing. Pow or anybody, roll a sense motive.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for here.
Pow, you're not really getting a good read.
Get on me and my
Wow.
whole life.
But Asai, it takes a while, but Bolomox and Zasimix both keep building on this, and eventually they have just constructed such an elaborate web of bullshit that people are believing it simply because, no, this is way too elaborate to not be true. Like, there's no way they just thought of all this off the top of their heads. They have built a whole, off the cuff, they have built a whole culture with traditions and names for them and heroes and just for like an hour, just regaling you about this great Oromai dragon riding culture that nobody had heard of up until this point.
Very secretive.
Adults blue dragons, I'll note, have bluff as one of their trained skills and have a
Yes.
plus 22 to it. So, at the end of it, actually, Karadia and the Archon and basically everyone have kind of bought into this especially when they point out that the dragons are bound to them and therefore are of no danger to anyone else. In fact, they are contained at all times within a special orb that they keep upon their persons, so they don't even need to worry about them going and eating
dragon
local
orb.
livestock or something. And in so doing,
Man, I think even Sada believes it now. Doesn't remember any of this, but it sounds legit, man.
I mean, Sada, if you want to roll a sense motive against the dragons. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Although, actually, Pow, you rolled a 1 on sense motive, right? So you actually... it's not true, but it's totally believable.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good at this. Okay, well, maybe I had nothing to worry about.
Kasumi also believes them.
Yeah, no, I'm chill with it. I mean, I know they are the dragons because I've seen them, but like I'm into this whole idea.
But yes, with that, unless there's anything else, you can adjourn.
Yeah.
Your meeting.
Oh yeah. I also let me properly introduce. We never really properly introduced everybody. That's introduce everybody to everybody because Cream and Squilb haven't met the Archon or Karate, I believe.
And the Archon and Karate don't seem interested in meeting Cream and Squilb, but you can still do so should you desire.
They're cool guys. What the heck?
They're cool
They
guys.
are.
Yeah.
Elves are sometimes assholes. Much like humans. And everyone else, really.
Yeah.
Okay, out of character, I'm willing to play off Asai just blurting stuff out as she doesn't care about social norms and secrets, and that can be covered by my complete not understanding of what's supposed to be a secret and what's not. But if that's actually try to be more quiet.
I don't think it was a problem.
Sorry, my headset turned off. What I missed?
Oh.
I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought Discord was fucking up, but no, my headset just turned off. Yeah, what I miss?
This party has a history of divulging more information than is necessarily needed. At the moment, we don't have to tip our entire hand every time.
Yes.
Pow is just like kneading her fingers into her forehead, like.
So, good talk, everyone.
Yeah.
And with that, you have time
Right.
to adjourn and plan what you do across what?
Besides that, anybody who's magically inclined who might be able to help us with an issue, if he could stay behind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, divine magic, no, but the Archon and Karate are both powerful wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they might know something.
Magic in general.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they have remained behind.
Hi. So this is our
Is there Matt, or was he your magistrate?
Well, Magister, like court
Magister, yes.
mage, basically.
Yeah. Our Magister Logan. I don't believe you've met him before.
We have not had the pleasure.
Yes,
He
he's
usually
been,
remains sequestered in his tower.
he had a bit of an incident, though, which is why we were asking for your help.
An incident?
So,
Is that why he is so smothered?
I'll let Logan speak for himself.
Swaddled?
I mean, he actually sort of wore it. He sort of wore that before, but it does help with covering up what's up. So,
Interesting.
yeah. But yes, I'll let you receive the information from him in one concise block of text.
The Order of the Crumpled Cloth. Pretty good.
That must be one of the 7 city orders. Yes, I can tell.
Hey, pal. Pal, you want to go like get dinner after this?
Yeah.
Go to
No.
Soups.
I went to Soups yesterday.
I'm kind of feeling like dumplings.
Yeah.
Dumplings?
Yeah, you know, it's just
Dumplings?
Yeah. Dumplings.
stuffed dumplings. You know, a little bit of pork, some char siu.
Yeah.
Only a little bit of like sake.
Only a little bit.
As a treat.
I won't get blue girl wasted.
Sure, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
There we go. Bone hand.
Boom.
Radia steps back, and you can see a wave of heat dance across her fingers as they rise up slightly. The Archon is more academic. He actually floats forward slightly, and you see him touch a few fingers together in sequence as a slight glowy patina of blue light appears up before his eyes.
I love glowy poutine.
Yeah.
Um, No, you won't. Your connection. You're not a lich. You're like halfway
Okay.
there.
Whoa, living on a prayer.
If your corpus were to be destroyed, you would be wholly disconnected from it, but presently you're almost disconnected from it as it is. You're clinging on by tenterhooks. How did you do this? You weren't trying to become a lich, right?
From what he told us, I believe he was trying to use latent negative energy to harness it, and then something backfired on him. Right, Logan?
What?
Nuva returns.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hello.
Hi, Nuva.
Hey,
Nuva, hello.
hello, it's me,
Hello,
Nuva.
hello, Nuva.
Sometimes called Nuva. Sometimes referred to as.
Walter Goggins Jr. the Third.
God damn it.
Yes.
Back in character, you. 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, beer, rum, wine. I
Beer.
love all these things, but boy, howdy, you know what I'm not a fan of? Water. Akio. That's a me.
Alright, we're just waiting for
Yes.
Jack to finish
Yes.
a typed response of Logan.
Yes.
I grab Sana's hand and then I pull out a knife and I prepare to stab in the spaces between her fingers.
Bat Bear snaps your neck.
Oh no, I forgot that. I forgot
You
that.
died.
You die.
Oh well, this was all part of my plan. Here's my new character. Earbuds, sombrero, the grappler.
Garland.
Why wouldn't you just
Garland 2.
play... I mean, if Akio were to die, why wouldn't you just play Bat Bear again?
Because
No,
that's
it's
not
time.
fun.
It's time for Garland 2.
There's always a chance to introduce a new character into your story.
No, this is the end of the campaign. No more characters.
Wow, what an ultimatum!
I don't know. I think Pal might retire today.
No.
And then I can roll some.
Oh, god damn it!
You two could be lamp post mask on my wall. This doesn't work.
You're playing POW in the next campaign too. You're POW forever.
No.
Someone
I'm
has
tired
to
of
be
being
in charge.
responsible for these
Fucking
people.
Urab just shows up and punches Pow into the past of the other campaigns. Like, so, fuck you.
Pal gets isekai'd somehow.
Yeah.
Isekai'd into the same universe.
Yeah.
Just somewhere else in it.
2 years in the past. Urab runs you over with a truck.
Looks out the window. What the hell was that? How was I supposed to see anything? I have diamonds for eyes.
I don't know why they even let me drive this thing in the first place.
Let is a strong word.
So are the other two potential campaigns like at the same point in the timeline as this one?
They all start on essentially the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, the other two apparently have already happened.
Unbeknownst to Akio,
Mm-hmm.
that buyer knows everything. Because he died. You get to know everything when you die.
There was one point when we went back to the event and Sada's a mentor. Blah, blah, blah.
That kind of ambient energy is difficult to secure. It typically requires a large-scale arcane circle written around a geographical area in order to trap and bring it in, or for you or a second extension of yourself to go out and harvest it. I am afraid that may have been the flaw in your experiment, intriguing though it may have been. Though, of course, lichdom is not what I would suggest as your primary go-to for eternal life. I understand that that might seem a little pretentious coming from someone for whom life is already eternal, but frankly, my friend, I would not have made the same decision. You are truly in a bad spot from what I can see, and this is not my area of expertise. But as I understand it, you may have rescued a pair of crystals from our crystal archive, Sada Ryodo.
Oh, yeah. Back when we took one to the Seven Sorrows home base.
From what was written to me by Valine, one of those might be quite useful to you.
Okay.
I would warn you, though, the intelligence it contains a copy of is notably devious in
We
Elven
talked to
histories.
we talked to this one, didn't we? Sal?
You have spoken to both of them, and yes,
Yeah.
you now
Yeah.
recall that one of those crystals does contain the reflected intelligence of the first Elven necromancer.
Oh yeah. And he was trying to make us do something, right? He wanted us to get him a body? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Perhaps you'll have to ask him again. But he was very interested in Iderons.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. I suppose we'll have to follow up on that then while we're getting, good chance while we're getting everything ready at least.
Indeed.
I thank you for, I thank you for your help, Archon.
It is my pleasure. If you require assistance simply as an additional source of magical support, I may be able to contribute to any required rituals you may find yourselves interested in. Please do not hesitate to call. It would be my honor to assist in the aid of one of your friends.
That bows her head in thanks. Of course.
He nods back to you before looking back to you, Logan. And Logan, this is a 6'6" elf who's floating about a foot off the ground, so he looms over you. And has the bearing of a high elf among high elves. He is this incredibly noble figure. And as he stares down at you, the crown of 3 floating crystals shimmering in front of his forehead, he seems to stare through you for a moment before saying, "Farewell, Logan, Twilight Sage. And be careful what he tells you. And with that, he turns and begins to float away.
How's Karadia doing?
Gradia is just like, at this point, she's more annoyed that the Archon has proven himself to be more helpful in this situation than she is. But she also just wants nothing to do with Logan. You can see that. So she just sort of,
I give her a nod.
she nods you back and leaves.
All right. I guess first up is well, I don't know how long it'll take them to give us that contract, the Montfrancons, but besides that, I guess we should head back to the monastery to get one of those crystals.
I will give you the Montfaucon's contract during the week.
All right.
But in the meantime, you guys can go get dinner at the dumpling place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which dumpling place?
Some local dumpling place. I don't know.
Well, we're not going to go to
Is it
Shugo.
a-
Go to the dumpling lady.
Has
I
she
mean-
started a franchise yet? Like, is there one here now?
Dumpling Lady Dumplings?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a Shugo based business, so it's kind of shady. But
Yeah.
so far as you can tell, like
Best dumplings in town, baby.
Mr. Wren has like audited it already,
Oh.
and it's been like, there's something wrong here, but nothing's wrong. It's too perfect, but I don't know what it is yet. But I'll find out one day. That is true. Logan is not dead yet, and can still eat.
Yes.
So he can also go to Dumpling Lady Dumplings. So yeah, who goes to Dumpling Lady Dumplings?
I'll go.
I mean, I assume Kasumi and Power are going as a date, so Asai's just gonna go on her own because she wants to try the dumplings.
This is not like a date. We're just friends.
Yeah, just friends
It's a
hanging out.
date!
It's a friend date.
I guess it's a date.
You're going on a play date.
I don't like
That
that.
sounds weird.
We're not
Sal's-
puppies.
Sales, I'm gonna need to bonk you on the head.
Yeah.
Like you're 6 years old again.
Like a lady date.
I
I mean, Pascal's there too, so he could
Yeah.
actually go on a date with Pau, but it's going to be like with a bunch of other people, so it's not a date at all. This isn't a date. It's just being around people.
Oh my god. Well, it's become that, all you maniacs.
yeah. We were just gonna have like a nice time where
Everyone
we
inviting
decompress,
themselves along.
complain about things, you know.
Dish for once.
Yeah, like between us girls.
Oh, well, I don't have to go if you don't want me to go.
Oh, right.
Well, everybody's going now, I guess.
We can just sit at a different table. It'll be fine.
That is hilarious.
I'll bring
Yes.
cream.
Okay.
Yeah. Cream,
I
do you want to
guess.
go to you want to get dumplings?
I mean, I'm not going to say no. You're the daimyo of Surugu. I feel like if I were to refuse, it would be a major faux pas. So, yeah, I'll go with you. I'm kind of chuffed you would ask me before, like, the actual ambassador of Mount Farsans, but yeah, good on you. Appreciate it. All right, you head to Dumpling Lady Dumplings.
A dumpling lady company.
Yes.
LTD. And yeah, you got some dumplings, or you get some dumplings,
Hell yeah.
and it's Dumpling Lady Dumplings. And
How-
the Dumpling Lady isn't there for you to yell at you for stealing them. So you don't get the full experience really thinking about
Yeah.
it, but the dumplings are just as good.
Kasumi and Pow dish.
Do you actually go there and get your own separate table and just like tell Pascal and everybody else to just like sit somewhere else?
Oh man, that would be pretty good actually.
I love the idea of like a bunch of us breaking off into weird pairs and getting separate tables.
Sada and Bappe are cream and Asai at one table.
Jack, this is this like Logan's first real like walkabout town?
He hasn't been to Hayaba really.
Oh yeah, he just kind of like chilled in the tower, huh?
Mm-hmm. It actually becomes Cream and Logan, as actually sitting across from Asai is Prodadux,
Oh.
Yes!
who followed you in.
Like his boyfriend is there.
I knew once I sense motive to sense motive, he would come to me.
What? So, Pao and Kasumi, what do you chat about?
I mean, we dish, we gripe. I gripe about how sometimes Tatsu doesn't he doesn't like fold his laundry or anything like that.
Oh, very
It's
personal
really,
minor grips. I see. I love
it's
it.
really irritating.
Yeah. This has been eating you up inside.
I don't want to try to rank importance type deal stuff, but I've got a lot of stuff to do.
Oh, I know. You're a very important lady.
I can't just faultless clothes. Just wanted to do that.
Oh.
I'm sure things with Pascal are just totally perfect. Kasumi is giving the eyes
How's doing the sort of head wobble, eye roll, no. I mean, I don't want to brag.
I mean,
Yes, it is.
Was it just me, or was it that the Maupassant guy, was he just really irritating?
Well, yeah.
I hate talking to him.
Yeah, no. I don't really. I don't like the sound of any of it.
I mean, I don't either, but
No.
I gotta be a general person again,
Yeah.
This time though, I won't go mad with power and stress.
Okay, we'll see.
My stresses are elsewhere.
Like in the laundry?
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
In the laundry.
Yeah.
And laundry.
Or do you sink them deep down into the ocean?
I mean, I like to go down there sometimes. I've been pretty far. And not
it's supposed to be more metaphorical.
Oh.
Bottling things up. Or
No.
dragging things deep down.
No. I haven't been doing that anymore. I have a whole gaggle of people I can complain to now.
No kidding.
But no, I have been kind of swimming around. While you guys were gone, I did a lot of other than teaching, I did a lot of just kind of swimming. It was nice.
Most fucked up fish you've seen.
As
As she shovels a dumpling into her mouth.
Yeah, I like to think it's just it's after she shovels the food and dumpling in her mouth.
Oh
she
yeah.
leans in real close.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some really deep question.
She does a loud chew and goes, "What's the most fucked up fish you've seen?"
So that's the thing. She's an Aneben, so she is doing the dog sort of But they also enunciate in like the back of their mouth and throat, so Anubis can probably speak pretty clearly with their mouths full.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. It's a toss up. I haven't really been like all the way down, and I'm sure there's like some weird stuff, but I definitely saw a fish that was like, you know how sometimes it was like a carriage for other fish. Like it had like a compartment, like a little cage thing on the back of it, and they're like even tinier fish, like different fish, just like
Pal puts up a finger and so she could finish chewing, and then she says, "What?"
yeah. I don't know. It's like a I don't even know how what you call it, but yeah, it there were like little itty bitty fish inside it, and it was just kind of like cruising around, and every once in a while it would stop to eat something, and some fish would get out, and then like another fish would get in. It was weird.
we are just so small. Drinking her sake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at Asai's table,
Yes, Asai and
Um,
Pardax. Or not
Produx
Pardax.
is also sort of doing the eating until he is satisfied that nobody's really paying attention to him. Asai, I presume, what are you doing when Produx just sort of sits in front of you?
I mean, order more dumplings and keep eating.
Makes sense. The dragon has a healthy appetite. So after you do so, and after you're alone and people are sort of involved in their own conversations, you see Produx shift one of his hands into the air, wave fingers back and forth a little, and you see a spark of vaguely bluish purple magic. And suddenly the sound of the rest of the restaurant is silenced.
Oh,
Hi. You looked at me kind of weird earlier, and I wanted to ask you if you had a problem with me, because you've been very nice to me, and I'm wondering what's up.
1 second, I need to compose a response to this. You know what? I'm just gonna say, nope, no problem, and sip some tea that I now have.
Okay, no problem. That's good. Um, I do need to ask though why you were looking at me so closely.
I just get the sense that there's more to you than there appears to be.
I mean, I'm just Produx. I'm just, Earl. It's my brother and sister that you need to pay attention to. They're the they're the movers and shakers. I'm just another pair of wings, really.
Mm-hmm. And I have no intention of telling anyone anything other than that.
Good. Then we can discuss other things as well. My brother and sister are a problem. I think you've come to understand that yourself.
Hmm?
They are much more the stereotype my sister was complaining of earlier than I am. Whereas I am content to, well, content.
I want to sense motive that content.
You don't have to.
Yeah, he's
That
already.
wasn't the right word.
Okay.
I have ambitions of my own. But, so let me tell you something about dragons. We're very solitary creatures ordinarily. What I have with my brother and sister is very unusual, even for clutch mates like us. We, though, have stuck together because mostly I've wanted to. And I've been able to dash their rivalry before it gets too violent, and in so doing have kept them from splitting. We've all been able to share territory because they don't bite at each other when they're biting at me because I did something moronic. It's balanced. But now they're in a brand new kingdom with a whole bunch of you tiny little people thinking that you can control us when in reality we're looking. You're worried here. This is my thing. You're all worried about this invasion that might happen in a week of Kansai and something. Bolomox and Sasimex are thinking about what's happening in another 2 decades. That's our conception of planning. No matter who rules here, they are going to be the ones who want to be in control. And once it becomes a thing where we're in control, it's going to inevitably just become one of them in control. And I won't be able to stop that anymore because there'll be something to actually fight over. I'm the one who went to Blue Eyes because Blue Eyes, well, there's no way they were ever going to fight him. So just chilling out in his palace was the perfect place for us for a couple 100 years while they were able to sort of get sedentary and enjoy themselves and still be protected by our great grandsire. But now we're out on our own, and I'm afraid it's just a matter of time before my thing gets broken. I don't want that to happen. I think you can help me.
And how can I help you?
I need some way of fundamentally altering how my brother and sister relate to the world. And give them a focus for their ambition that doesn't result in their mutual destruction. The thing from Blue Eyes is a good option. It's convenient that Sada is now judging them to get Blue Eyes' whatever. But the thing is, Sada isn't giving them any focus. They don't have a objective beyond just their own that they come up with, and whatever they come up with, will not be good long term for them or for me as a result. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I am the smallest of the three. I kind of need them around. It's the only way I've really learned how to survive. So, what I think should be done for your guys' end is to actually conceive of a method to focus them on some way that they can be the best there is at it, or achieve measurably in its own idiom, and so maintain that they have that competition and that they can succeed at it, while simultaneously having their chances for destructive applications of their might and ambition neutered, and also over time will cause such ambitions to be turned towards more benign things. Any ideas?
Els, can I, the player, have ideas?
Yes.
I'm listening to this. I'm trying to absorb it. I'm coming up empty right now.
Oh.
God.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything either.
You can poll your team if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to ask the audience.
Yes. Phone a friend.
Yes. Because the only thing I can think of right now would be having them guard the Burning Wrath, but I don't want them to know where the Burning Wrath is buried. We could. Everything that we currently need done is destructive. So, what would they be good at and keep them focused on outdoing each other in that circle instead of taking over us? But I don't know what their skills are. I could ask
I have a wild idea, but I'm not sure that's such a good idea either. But my wild idea is maybe sending them to Ryoko, considering that's a bunch of disparate forces there,
Huh.
and maybe trying to get them to see if they can unite things there to aid us. But I don't know. It is a bit of a weird idea, so and an idea that could also potentially backfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they would end up having control of those mercenary gangs. Well,
Yeah.
sort of. Which isn't necessarily good.
No.
Alright. Let's sips tea, asks Protodux, what are their skills outside of destruction?
Products. Thinks for a moment. Bolomax considers himself an intellectual, big reader, introspective, contemplative. Zasimix is more of a learning by doing kind of person. Fightier. more interested in physical power versus arcane. And I'm useless, of course, knowing nothing about either. Someone else cast this silence spell.
I probably did it without realizing.
Yes.
Okay, back to Intermind Huddle. We could. No. Okay. What are the remaining things that need to get done elsewhere? What are your remaining checklists? Checklist items?
Not much. Because yeah, we've sort of done a lot now, and we're heading southward now to deal with that. That's sort of our big thing now. There's helping Logan. That would be an option for the brother, maybe. That, or maybe we could have him, since he fancies himself an intellectual. Maybe we could have him help design the dungeon for the Burning Wrath.
That's true. We could just put them both onto dungeon designing duty. And then that way, in a metagamey sense, if we do have to do it at a later date, we won't know what's coming.
But isn't that the fun?
Because, like, Bolamux would design all the magical traps. Zazamix would do the, I don't know, weird physical traps and rooms and shit, and finding things to trap in there forever, including her brothers. And of course, Protodux would accidentally spring them all and keep them working a lot longer than they have to. But has Jake stepped away again? Because I don't want to put 2 dragons in his monastery without.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
No, that's fine. I don't think that's the end of the world. That's the case. Especially if it keeps them busy.
And keeps them from trying to conquer people.
Yeah.
But I still feel like that's kind of a short-term solution.
I'm trying to consider something that'll give them an ethos. You know, something that...
Kasumi laughs loudly from across the room at something Pao said. Oh wait, there's silence spell, never mind.
Yes,
Yeah.
everybody else looks at you, though.
Yeah.
Actually...
Aside, you can see Kasumi laughing.
Okay. An ethos. And then out of character, we might want to get them off the island because of Matamura.
Hey.
We don't know what other dragons are on the other islands, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matamura is just pissy.
Yeah.
The next one over might try to eat them. You never know. Matamura is pretty big. He's not as big as white gold dragons can get.
Oh. But if you think that just if work, busy work, get another together. Again for the dungeon, just now. That's true. I should probably just do a precautionary sense motive at this point. Not my best work.
No, but it's easily good enough. He's a good liar, but he's not lying really.
Okay.
Um, uh, although he's not entirely being candid. You sense that there is underlying ambitions of his own here, but that he's mostly being truthful in that he just is trying to make sure that his brother and sister don't destroy themselves. That he sees that as a very real thing.
Probably because it factors into his long-term plan, but we can help him with that. Okay.
Actually, with a 43, you kind of got it from his earlier thing. His long-term plan is survival. He just wants to live a long-ass time and accrue shit.
Yeah.
But he's
And
the
keep
runt,
his
so he needs
family.
guardians.
Yeah, and keep his
Exactly.
brother and sister around.
Yes. If you had to guess, given your high roll and what you know about how dragons think, he might actually consider his brother and sister part of his horde.
I love it. Okay. Does someone else want to have a scene while I consider or try to come up with
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about the technique of combobulate? Wait, what's that Sherlock Holmes meme? Bad by art.
Discombobulate?
How do you feel about this Yeah, that word. Bad by art. I have no strong feelings about it one way or another, Akio. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the fuck? There was a
Did I
bit
sit
here.
at the wrong table? Says Pascal.
Hey, Pascal, how you doing?
I've been here the entire time. We're at a
Yeah,
four-person
yeah.
table.
Who's the fourth?
Who is the fourth?
Cream.
No, Cream is with Logan.
Oh yes.
Marco?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so how are you guys handling your 13th steak? Chicken fried. Okay. Bet by our. Not everybody can eat 13 steaks. Yeah, but I can, and you're all weaklings. Pascal.
This is a dumpling place.
Pascal frowns
Oh
intensely.
no! Don't challenge my boy to an eating
Should
contest.
have an eating contest.
Oh no! I'm supposed to be preventing him from doing that. Amanthon's gonna be so
Transform
mad.
into something bipedal first.
Wait, what am I right now?
You are a centaur, which means you have two stomachs, both of which are larger than a normal person's.
Wait a second, when I transform, I lose one of my stomachs? That's fucked up.
That's so fucked up. Where does the food go that's in there?
You don't want to think about
You
it.
would regurgitate
Does he get acid
it.
reflux as soon as he transforms?
No, that's the thing. Like if you're a large creature that swallows something whole and then you transform into something smaller, you regurgitate whatever you swallowed whole. So there's actually a rules answer I can give you for that.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go vomit.
That's messed up and belongs in the Dark Pathfinder book.
Well, no, it's like
Oh my god.
consider polymorph is a spell. The purple worm has a swallow whole ability. If a purple worm swallows, say, you are whole, and then you transform said purple worm into a halfling, that halfling cannot have a human-sized person swallowed whole, and so they will eject it during the transformation.
This is messed up, and I hate that I'm learning about this for the first time. When I've been using this pendant for about a year.
Oh, you haven't been using it while you're eating.
That's fair. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom so I can go vomit the 13 steaks that I ate.
Wait, no, that, if you've eaten 13 steaks already and you start here, it'd be probably about equal. Why am I the one who has to, like, come up with that?
Oh, okay. Well, here I'm gonna put on the pendant.
What? No, don't.
5.
Okay, you put on the pendant
God
anyway,
damn
despite
it.
Marco just explaining to you why you didn't have to.
Akio is just like he's just taking a
Actually,
sip of his rum.
He's just got the bottle.
You
Is that
turn
yeah?
into an extremely wide dwarf. And immediately after doing so, flee to the bathroom so that you can vomit up the far too much food that you had eaten.
I was hoping you would just projectile vomit on the spot.
It's up
I
for you to
mean,
do that
you
too.
really should.
Where do you get all these steaks? This is a dumpling place.
That's the other thing. How did you... What are you even talking about? What is this?
It's a bit. A bit that has fallen out of my control. Also, that is a real thing that happened. I just decided to bring it into the campaign.
You know what? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you could not have eaten 13 steaks at the dumpling place. So,
Yeah.
yes, you turn into a very large dwarf and you can have an eating contest with Pascal if you are so inclined.
Oh, yeah. Time to roll Constitution, I think.
Yeah, sure.
All right. And away we go. One moment. I'm opening up my character sheet so I can roll. Bam. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh fuck.
Usually this is in my favor when I take these risks. But because there's nothing writing on the line. God damn it.
Batfire?
Yeah.
Maybe it is because you are a dwarf today. But not only does Pascal beat you, he beats you handily.
You win this time, Pascal.
Pascal burps politely before going, as usual.
Yeah. That was fun, Akio said. I'm glad that we were able to pass time so that we could transition neatly to a new scene.
That was disgusting, and what the hell are you talking about, you weird man? Asai,
Yeah.
have you thought of anything?
So we're trying to get them to think differently, which probably means redefining what their goals are, which means redefining their hordes. So the easiest way would be, and this is just me spitballing to the group, not as a size spitballing to Protodux, unless you want to respond as Protodux, in which case, cool. Anyway, so they want to mimic Blue Eyes in every way possible. And Blue Eyes had all those books and like followed artists throughout their career. And obviously it would be pretty easy to get Bolamox to start copying that, like he's an intellectual. Get him to do constructive things like find and sponsor artists and collect books and shit like that, and then he would have like a physical horde. And then if people came after that horde, I don't know, Zazamix could eat them. The issue I'm having here is what to do with Zazamix and how to keep her involved.
Zazamix is not going to simply guard
Another dragon's horde. She's gonna have to have her own.
Oh my god. I just had an idea.
Oh?
We need a new general.
Oh no.
Since it was Suru, but Suru's been gone chasing a vampire all over the world. Kasumi's been filling it, but you know, Kasumi's been also saying that's a stressful thing for her to do. So
I don't want to make a dragon general. That would be going the opposite direction, I think.
Putting the goal here is for them to not take over the island. Yes. Putting them in charge of your armies is probably not conducive to that end.
Maybe. Maybe we should just get a really cool rock collection.
Yeah, I mean, like,
A long-term goal, something that they can devote themselves to.
Yes.
Something that I can devote myself to also, or at least have the appearance of it, because arguably I'm also participating in this competition. So really it's a three-pronged approach that you need.
Els, do you have an idea for this and I'm totally missing it?
And there's the helping us, of course, but that's already sort of assumed, I imagine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this is more direct, like.
Of keeping them from hurting us in the future.
Yeah.
Making them more an asset than potentially a hindrance.
Okay, let me just. Let me look at Sarugu. Okay,
There it is, Sarugu.
Sarugu. Keeping dragons lazy, not ambitious. Indeed, we need them to find something to sit on, to hoard. And I feel like getting Bolomox to hoard information would be a very good start because that does actually benefit us, and it's like a long-term goal. What could... I feel like Protodux could just pretend to hoard cake or food or chefs or something. Yeah, just, I don't know. It fits his theme. The thing is, how do we keep Zazamix, how do we give her a focus that isn't combative? She could learn to build things? How do we make a dragon into a creative?
Yeah.
Have her build her own castle. I don't know.
Constructive and not destructive.
Yeah, smithing, exactly. So we have Logan, who's the creator of magical weapons and stuff like that. Since they're several hundred years old, they don't really have a horde, they could start trying to build their own horde, but they'd probably try to do that by, like, conquering mines and stuff like that. But what if, yeah, she could make her own, magical artifacts and shit.
What about, wood carving? Because we have a lot of sawmill. Make items out of wood.
That would probably be a feat of strength for a dragon. A dragon that could successfully, carve wood delicately without destroying it, without, lightninging it,
Oh, it's so tiny!
Right? What a flex! That is a dragon with precision. Yeah, why gather other people's crap when you can make your own? And then not only is it your crap, it's your sentimental crap. But how do we get... Well...
I'm really mad at how hard I related to what you just said with that sentimental crap thing. Sorry. Because that was a little late. I felt like I was just being called out. Sorry. Anyways, back to mute.
So they could both have their little hoards, and Protodux could try to hoard things like cake, accidentally eat it, then try to compensate by stealing their hoards, thus imbuing their hoards with value. So they keep focused on him the same way they've always been.
That's actually pretty clever, and I do like the idea of hoarding cake in myself.
God.
I won't make you roll sense motive again, but you do get the sense that
I really hate that
Protodux was not
I love it. I
putting
feel it in my
on
heart.
his sweet tooth. Honestly, I just kind of wish that I wouldn't have to worry about this and I could just be in a place where I ate cake all day.
My birthday's on Tuesday, and I can only hope I get to hoard cake within myself.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Birthday.
Happy early birthday.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Happy
Should
Tuesday
put that
there.
in my phone.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is warm in my room.
It's also 9:43.
It is! So perhaps
Oh,
we will
jeez, I
continue
didn't
this
realize. Very.
conversation
Yep.
Yes.
What a
at the
fun
beginning
dumpling
of
place.
next week.
So who's Sada sitting with? Logan and Cream?
Sada was sitting with
All alone.
Yes.
Yeah, Sada, you kind of were floating around the table until eventually you were sitting with Logan and Cream at a 4-person table when one of the servers actually sits with you. A very attractive Hadanese server
Uh-oh.
who
I know exactly who it is.
grins at you before their flesh morphs and turns into that of a muscular succubus
Oh.
as
Oh my
Gadar
God.
slips
It's
across
him.
the table from you, resting his chin on
Oh, boy.
his fingers, which are positioned, his arms positioned perfectly to best flex his arms and chest without actually doing so. As he looks at you almost sort of knowingly and goes, I'm told by a hot cat boy that you want me to do a thing. And that's where we'll leave off.
All right.
Um,
All right.
and
He's both.
Jack, probably something you might not remember, succubi and incubi are gendered terms that get used on Logos a lot to refer to the same entities. They're all really just succubus or succubi. But all of them can switch gender or to any place in between at will. So differentiating between the two for them is redundant.
I think it's vibing.
Their gender is yes.
Yes.
Or rather, their sexes. Yes, please.